welcome to Chemical Harmony Creations, episode 4. Today we're going to be talking about what it's like to be different. 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 What is it like to be different? I've always been different. I think I've always been different. I'm pretty sure I was always different to some degree. I was pretty athletic growing up. I was very athletic. I was gifted, to say the least, at a very young age. And I played multiple sports. And I even was in the Junior Olympics in '93 for the pentathlon at like 11 or something, 12. I didn't do very well. But I got there, I got to the Junior Olympics. It's pretty awesome. And it's something that I kind of just forget that I did because I did a lot of athletics. And up until, I would say, the age of 13, I was the same height as every other person. I was actually on the average scale. And then one summer, I got really hungry and I couldn't stop eating. I would eat all the time. I would eat bags of cereal. Like my dad got tired of buying regular food. I mean, he bought regular food, but then he got tired of buying that and he had to buy like horse feed or something basically. So he would get these big cheap bags of cereal that you would find at the grocery store on the next to the floor because that's where it should be. And these big bags of cereal, and I would eat entire bags of cereal during the summer. I would go through like a whole bag, and it was a ridiculous amount of food. And I was eating and eating and eating. And that summer, I grew like 13 inches in one summer. So I came back the next year a completely different person. And it affected a lot of my sports because I was so tall, I couldn't control my movement anymore the way I could before. And it definitely ostracized me from everybody else because I'm a lot taller than they are now. And then going through high school, when you're tall and you had the dad I had that was like athletic focused, right? And he's got the star, athlete for a kid. And so my life was a lot of like sports camps. And I never really stopped growing. I mean, by 8th grade, I was 6'5". By 10th grade, I was 6'7". By 12th grade, my graduating year, I was 6'9". And now I'm a little over that. And that's where I've stayed for the rest of my life, hopefully. I get scared sometimes, like, please stop. Because it forced me growing that fast and being this big and this tall. Force you into situations with other people. And they were good situations. It wasn't anything bad. Sometimes it was. But it forced you into situations because you can't hide anymore. You're so big and you're so tall that no matter where you go, people are looking at you. And my whole life started focusing on that sport because I was basically told when I asked to go to art school, I was basically told, we can't afford it. I understand. Who's going to pay for that? And like, this is how you get to art school. You got to play basketball. And so I did. I played basketball for a long time. And I even got a scholarship to Huntington in 2000. And I got there and I basically had a mental breakdown because I was so sick of being told what to be. So there's only like 1% of us on Earth. You become a rarity in society. And I'm not saying this like it's the worst thing ever. It's actually really cool. It's not a bad thing. It's just you get told, you want to be something. And you're basically, by society's standards, told you should be playing a sport and not doing anything you want to do. And you're told in such a way that, especially by men, you're told in a way that you are the embodiment of their failures. Genetic disposition. If I had your height, is how it starts. If I had your potential, is what they mean. Living up to their version of what they would be doing with your abilities. Kind of feels like sometimes you're like the human mascot, like you're like in the power suit of genetics. Like I like some things about being tall. I do. I like helping people. It seems like you're the superhero in every supermarket. I mean, you walk down the aisle and there will always be some older woman who looks at you and goes, "Can you grab what is that? What is up there? Can you grab that?" And I, of course, walk over like a human superhero and grab it in such a way that it's like I have powers. I'm like, "Do you mean this? Do you mean this? Let me put it in your cart for you." Those are good moments, Those are nice moments. But there's also bad things about it. Good luck finding clothes that fit you. You will never have those stylish shoes that everybody else has. They don't make them in your size. They don't. You have to do with what you can. Just buying clothes in general is just annoying. You don't want to shop at, I don't personally want to shop at Big and Tall. There's not fashions in there that I want to wear. It's not all bad, though. It's not like bad at all, actually. Here's the scary things. You're in a human power suit. So you have to be really careful when grabbing things or touching anything. I can break almost anything. It's called leverage. And then most people don't understand that leverage gives you power. Leverage. It's true. Leverage. Leverage. Do you understand, people? Leverage. Leverage. Yeah. Like, leverage is power. But I don't want to misuse that. There's two kinds of giants out in the world. There's two kinds of people out and we really do come in only two ways. There's the kind of person that uses a body like this to manipulate and aggressively just stomp everything in their path. These are the warthogs of the, I guess, Andrew Tates of 6'9" people. Just nasty human beings who are just, And then I would say the rest of us are just really nice, or we try to be, because we don't want to scare anybody. We don't want to hurt anybody, you know? Like, we're trying to get through life without breaking things, around us. And God, that gets old. Breaking things. Ugh, it gets so old, breaking things. I've broken so many things that I liked. And I didn't do it on purpose. I just, touched it the wrong way or bumped into it. Oh my God. Being tall and falling down is an art form all in itself. You have to understand being 6'9" I have so far to fall, so far. So far. It's so far. And it feels like it's in slow motion. You're like, oh! And you just kind of oh! You just stop moving because if you move, you might get hurt even worse. I sometimes try to catch myself, but even when I've tried to catch myself, I end up hurting myself. So now in my elder age of older 40s, when I start to fall, I'm just like, whatever. Whatever. Let's see, what's some other things that being this big affords you? Okay, I can be as big as I want, and I can also fit in. I can adjust my height by my shoulders, so I can sling my shoulders down, and I can kind of lean a little bit forward, and I can be about 6'4", right? Not still tall, but not gargantuan tall, right? But if I want to be if another 6'9" person is near me, strange, because that's true, magnetic pole, you instantly are like, hey, what's up? What's up, dude? Lady, what's up? They, them, what's up? Hey. Yeah, life up here, right? Am I right? Cool. I don't know. We have our own language, and it's really nonverbal, and it's kind of just looking each other in the eye and being like, we're on the penthouse suite of existence. But it kind of, you can't help it. You stand out no matter where you go. Every job, oh God, in my job, I don't fit in. I don't fit in anywhere I go, actually. I was in the service industry for a long time. I definitely didn't fit in the service industry. Oh, wow. Hi, my name is Brooks. Tonight's have you seen our grow all? All that jazz, and then, a cock sweet tea, some appetizers to start with. Okay, nobody wants to be waited on by Lurch. Nobody. You rang. Nobody wants to be waited on by Lurch, okay? It is the most daunting experience to be like, how's your meal? And they're like, it's fine. Can you go away? I can't see the sun. Oh, wow. Jesus. He's tall as shit. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 4 about being a giant. We will be coming back in the next couple weeks. I'll have more stuff to talk about. Probably some art. I don't know. I started an art channel and I don't even really talk about art. I just talk about what it's like to be a freak. But at some point, it's going to turn to art. I don't know. It's a huge part of my life. It's everything. It's all I do. But I have to get through these. This is important to me, to talk about being different. Because it is, I'm a 1%er. A 1%er. In my own way. I'm the poorest 1%er on the planet.